All right, BG crew, doing this voiceover thing for the first time. February 27th, 2024, 2 a.m., down in the dungeon. Put down the 2 drinks, and it's time to rock and roll. And of course, a quick stop to show my respect to the red, white, and blue. I've been doing this for the last couple workouts and will continue. Just a great way to start the workout, showing how honored I am to be here and to be able to do this. As I always say, we love this. We absolutely love this. So it's an arm day today. Starting out with a quick warm-up here of tricep push-downs using an easy bar attachment. Close grip on this. I do like to use the wider handles as well on this, but again, started out with a close grip and just doing a little warm-up here to get things ready. Now, yeah, you can consider this a warm-up. Well, I consider it a warm-up. I will stay at the same weight, but this is not a working set for me. It's all based on feel. My working sets will be totally different as far as, the squeeze and everything like that, just really getting the arms warm during the warm-up. Here's set 4. The first 3 sets were really good, tons of blood flow, just pushing it. And set 4 just proved to be another absolute killer. Smashed this set, really pushed myself. Set 4 and 5, or set 6, 7, 6, 7, and 8, doesn't matter. All the sets that you see on video are literally all out. I mean, I am pushing myself beyond, just pushing myself, filling them arms up, filling any muscle up as much as I can. You'll see I'm doing a lot of volume and just really based on feel. I really want to get these muscles as full as possible, so I do as much volume as I need to. As far as the weight, whatever movement I'm doing, I'm not really too concerned on how heavy it is. It's all based on feel. So here's set 5. Pushing myself, again, just squeezing the muscle as best as possible. I believe it was like rep 12 or 15, I can't remember here. But so much blood, so much pump in the muscle, it's just painful, a good painful. This is where I'm digging in my mind just to keep pushing through. It's just like this gut-wrenching pain, this kind of nauseating, but yet kind of the feeling we all want. Well, for me anyway. But it was a really good set there, really pushed myself. Moving over into the next exercise, we have a V grip or U grip. Obviously, there's other attachments that are much more of a V shape than this. You'll see this has got more of a U shape. Either way, we'll call it a V grip attachment. This time, I usually like to hold the grip on this up near the cable attachment, so really high. And on this one, I decided for this variation to hold it down below on the ends of the handles. There's 2 rubber knobs for the grip, and it just adds a different angle. Again, these small variations of switching grips is huge. So, again, just that small minor movement between holding this bar low or high, and just like anything, is essential for changing things up. It really helps with recovery. You're hitting different muscles, but I really like this movement. Here's set 5. Again, once again, this last set, my arms are so full right now that it hurts, but I know that's where the growth is going to happen. This is where the muscle, that pain is that muscle literally breaking down. And I want that more than anything. So just pushing myself here on this set. Really good set. Really pushed myself there, filled up as much as possible. Moving into the next variation, we have a rope here. Love the rope. Once again, just like the V grip or the U-shaped grip that I just used, I usually like, or not usually, but I also like to have a higher grip as well, up near the metal attachment on the rope. But today I am on the lower end of the rope, right near the rubber knobs at the bottom where my grip will stay. Just again, another variation, hitting the hitting the muscle in a different spot. Set 5 here, smashing it. I'm like, again, this is the third exercise of this arm day, and my arms are literally pumped full, and just again breaking everything down as much as I can, so I can feed it again and rest it and get ready to rebuild that muscle. But triceps were on fire at this point, and I'm absolutely loving every second of it. Here you go. The range of motion is not too good, but making sure I'm really connecting with the muscle to make sure I get as much blood and as much pain as I can in those triceps. Moved into a close grip bench variation. This bench variation, close grip, if you're not familiar with it, again, it's a close grip. It is not a bench. Sometimes, newer people that may look at this may think it is a bench press for the chest. It is not. The variations for close grip go extremely close to kind of this just inside shoulder width, really hitting the inner and head of the tricep, so that kind of where the tricep kind of meets the elbow, or is in the location of the elbow, so that kind of inner tricep head. And these things are absolutely amazing. I love doing them. I love going heavy, but today decided to stay at 135 light and just keep that blood flowing, keep that pain going. Getting fired up here for set 5. Again, the first 3 sets were just as intense. Again, the way that I think about any of my sets is that they're an individual workout. Literally each set is its own workout. So I want to try to match the intensity, if not match, beat the intensity, the reps, the blood flow, the pain, everything that comes along with it. So this set 5 was definitely pushing myself. When we talk about failure and fatigue and different things like that, I start thinking about when I start utilizing other muscles. So right here, I can feel myself using a little bit of my chest, and I want to remove that. So I take a little rest at the bottom to make sure my mind is connecting back with the tricep again to finish those. But those were brutal, brutally good. Loved every second of it. Moved over into this skull crusher variation. I am a huge fan of skull crushers. This is on an incline. If you have not tried skull crushers on an incline, I strongly suggest you give it a try. You can definitely add a little more weight. Obviously, getting it up is a little bit difficult, and you have to figure that out. It's always great if you have someone hand it to you. But if not, you can definitely throw some more weight on with these. It's just a different angle. But again, if weight is not what you're looking for, which I'm not, I'm looking for that blood flow. I just love this movement. It allows a different variation, a different angle. And again, I'm still focusing on the inside to the middle of the tricep. My elbows are a little flared. Whether you flare your elbows or you don't during skull crushers, I think it really depends on your mind-muscle connection. If you want to go really, really heavy on skull crushers, which is great for development of your tricep, your elbows are going to flare at some point. Yes, the lighter you go, the more proper form you have. But if you have that right mind-muscle connection, you can go heavy on skull crushers and still smash the triceps. So really, really love skull crushers. So this incline variation is really, really good. I'm really repping here. You'll notice the volume is really high. I think that set 4 was about 40 reps. And then as soon as I picked this weight up and it got over my head, complete tunnel vision, and I just had the number 50 there, and that was what was going to happen. So I put that in my mind as soon as I popped the weight up, and I went here set 5 for 50 reps. Anytime I'm going into kind of crazy volume, 25, 30, 40, 50 reps, I like to break down the reps into almost individual sets. So I'll count by 10s, sometimes 5s, and they'll each become almost individual sets within the one big set. So here I'm kind of counting 10s, I think I moved 30 reps pretty good, and then the last 20 was broken down into 2 sets of 10s in my head, and I'm literally in that mindset right now of like, I don't even know what you want to call it, if it's a euphoria, if the adrenaline's so much running, the endorphins are going, but my arms were so full and painful at that point in a good way, that I was pretty much kind of just mentally in a different place. And that's where I want to be. I want to be in a different place. I really do. For every single set and rep, I want to be mentally away from the world and gone to another place. And that's what happened on that set of 50 for my last set on Skull Crushers. Moved over into a dumbbell rollover, another great tricep exercise. Anybody looking to build their bench, get a heavier bench, I strongly suggest hitting dumbbell rollovers. These things are absolutely incredible, life-changing to some degree when it comes to putting tricep strength on, tricep size. These are a great addition, especially if you want to bring your bench up. It's a pretty, I would say, probably a higher level kind of, with experience in the gym movement. It takes some time to get used to and figure out the right spot and form for these. But once you get it, it is great for the triceps, the whole arm really. And what you really want to do is you want to take that chunk of meat between the top of your forearm, your inner forearm, and your bicep, and you connect those two meats together. And it really provides the right spot for these, and you're pressing it. So again, there's some extension at the lower end of the movement, but towards the top, you're really pressing the movement. And there, on this set, I'm smashed. I'm feeling it. I'm loving it though. And here's a couple more reps. I just pushed myself for. They were brutal. Felt really good. Really happy with those. But dumbbell rollovers, you cannot go wrong for tricep development and tricep strength. And it was time now for some biceps. This would be, I just did biceps a day or two ago, whatever it was, but they were ready to go again. And obviously throughout the tricep being kind of the main movement today, you'll notice that there were many more sets or exercises for triceps because it was kind of the main focus. And it really got the arms warm enough. So regardless of how my biceps felt from just doing them, I wasn't going to go entirely heavy today, but my arms were so full and so warm and ready. And it was almost my triceps were so smashed during this lift that the bicep work was almost a relief, to be honest. Pulling some of the tension off of the tricep, and I mean that in a good way. Pulling the tension and the pain and kind of relocating the blood into the bicep. And so it was, again, just another way of, and to some degree, helping recover the triceps already by keeping blood flow in there, but removing some of the blood into another area. So here's my second set of seated dumbbell curls. I love this movement. It's not a lot of people think, when you're sitting down, you're completely isolating the movement. Obviously you can see there's some movement from my upper body, kind of really sitting into the curl. But the center of gravity, just the way that the weight distribution is with seated, just adds a different level of gravity pull and a different movement, another variation again for dumbbell curls. I love doing them seated. And this set was really, really good. Filling them up again. And again, by the time I'm in this fifth set, my biceps are literally like full, feeling good, ready to pop, and just really, really, really feeling good. And my triceps obviously were very pleased and happy I was moved on to the bicep. So some hammer curls here. I love hammer curls. These hammer curls, I always stress for myself and whoever asks, I do a lot of hammer curl variations. I do not do a lot of focused forearms. So hammer curls kind of become the forearm work for me. if you do hammer curls correctly, and this is the way that I like to envision hammer curls, is you're really working the whole arm. And this is a great way to kind of get the whole arm. You're doing a bicep flexion. You got your forearms forcing yourself to hold the weight. And then, of course, you got the tricep on the negative that you can really kind of fill back up with blood as you bring the weight down. So I'm keeping everything as tight as possible between my, squeezing the dumbbell to hitting the bicep at the top, filling it up, and then also on the negative, making sure that I'm squeezing the tricep. And it really is a great, total arm exercise, really. I really like doing them. It's just improved my grip across the board. And this is really where I get a lot of the forearm strength and keep my forearms strong and, as big as possible, as big as they're, going to be. But just a great movement. So here is the fifth set of, or did I do six? I think I did 6 sets of biceps just because I was less in the exercises. I only did 3 exercises of biceps, so I did 6 sets. Sorry about that. So this is a 6th set, I believe, of hammer curls. Once again, just smashing the arms, literally just making them completely, just smashing them, literally smashing the arms. And then we have a finisher here. If you see in the videos, I'll usually, on my last exercise, it'll usually be a finisher, or I will put a set range for the last exercise. When I classify it as a finisher, usually I am, and there's no rep range, so to speak. I don't, finishers to me mean that there's no rep range. I think I did 5 sets with these bands for a finisher, just to kind of top off everything in the arm. But when I do say finisher, I am making, it means that there's not a rep range. I am not, I'm not counting, I'm not focused on reps. It's all based on feel, and that's kind of how I classify a finisher. So if you see in the videos, me put finisher on there, you'll see that I'll either do, you'll see the sets in the video, whether it's a couple sets or whatnot. But finisher is basically saying that there is no rep range. I'm just going to what I feel is appropriate, essentially just filling everything up and kind of just finishing the workout up. And I'm just kind of, when I finish the workout and kind of to the saying finisher, is really me not worrying about anything else, reps, sets. It's literally finishing the workout the way it needs to be, with complete focus, complete, mind-muscle connection, tons of blood, just making sure I get every last part of whatever muscle that I am working out for that day, making sure that I get everything, top it off, just make sure everything is complete, everything's done. And that's kind of how I envision a finisher. And then, of course, you'll see last exercises where I am essentially, have the rep range, have the sets, which is a little bit different than kind of the finisher concept for me. Hope that makes sense. Might be a little confusing, but it really works for me. But overall, I'm going to tell you what, we're 190 something days, whatever day it is. And this arm workout was just amazing. I mean, everything just felt great. Nothing, no changes in the sense of blood flow, fatigue, no worry about, was I recovered enough, how I felt, soreness. My chest was sore, had a big chest day recently. So chest was sore, my traps. At this point, considering I did some shoulder and trap work yesterday, at this point, the soreness in my traps is just kind of like setting in. They were fatigued and sore yesterday, and usually after I sleep and get up, the stiffness starts to set in, if you want to call it that. It's like, you sprain an ankle and, it's not too bad until it starts to stiffen up or whatever. It's the same thing for me. So right now my traps are getting a little sore. and starting to get sore. But overall, my chest, everything else, today was a workout where soreness wasn't a factor, and I absolutely killed it. So just tried this voiceover, guys. Let me know what you think. But either way, absolutely amazing arm day, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next lift.